and I see you live by that.
Yep.
And because I asked that question to a lot of people, and again, they're thrown. And it should be really simple because you shouldn't have to think about it. You just think how you live your life every day.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to be remembered.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
it's like if you're listening to this right now and just I ask you, how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah.
You just got to think, how do I live every day?
Absolutely.
And how you live every day is how you're going to be remembered. So it shouldn't be a thought. It just be like, well, how do I live every day?
That's it.
Like this, am I going to be remembered as a positive or a negative person?
Man, that's a beautiful question as well, because it forces you to face your mortality. Because people are uncomfortable with that. I've found in conversations, we live as if we're going to live forever. We know we're not, but people live as if, you know, they put things off. If they have a higher version of themselves that they want to attain, they're like, I'll start tomorrow, sort of thing. But I'm like, what if you don't wake up tomorrow? And I love that question. How do you want to be remembered? Suddenly puts you in that position of being like, okay, if this is the last conversation I have, what is the legacy?
I think we look at life as being this huge volume of time, and you break it down and it's really not.
Yep.
And you break it down. I was thinking this the other day because a friend was talking how many times they were going to see their partner, like will have 3 days to see their partner before one went to Europe for 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have 16 full days. And they live together. So they see each other every day, but
Yeah.
we have 16 full days that we can go explore, go do whatever, like live life.
Yeah.
And I thought about that. I started thinking about, we don't know how many times we're going to see a lot of people, but then just say your family. Okay, I moved away. I might see my family 3 times a year, if that. And then okay, how many more years may they live? Just say 20 average or something like that. You break that down. You're like, okay, I'm going to probably see my parents like 150 or 300 more times. And you think about it like that. So you're like, make sure that you enjoy each one of those times.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it like that,
Yeah.
you go, oh shit, that's not that many. And you don't know if it's going to be a good interaction, a bad interaction, how many hours you're going to see them for, you don't know. You have no idea.
Yeah.
But you kind of quantify your life into those little moments with people, and you realize you have to make the most of it because it's not going to be there forever. And I can't talk, and obviously I'm still alive, but I had like that really bad accident you saw.
Yeah.
And I remember laying on the ground and I just kept thinking there's so much of life I didn't do. I was like, I'm never going to fly again. I'm never going to like be on a plane. I'm never going to like run, never going to have sex, never going to like all these things just flooding through my brain.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that we don't know how much time we have, and we don't know how many times we're going to have an opportunity to be able to do something that we really want to do. So if you have the option to do it, listen to your gut and do it.
Do it. Absolutely, man. Because we take it for granted. Last year I had a homie, a friend of mine was just murdered. Just, you know, out of the blue, young dude as well. Got in a fight. That fight was it, done. And he was, you know, it's one of those really sobering thoughts of you don't know when your last day is. So if you're acting like it's not coming up, you're wasting time. You know, like think of that we have such a limited time to achieve our full potential and be our highest selves. And if you're not working towards that, I personally think it's a waste. I know that may be a hard thing for people to hear, but if you're not working on what that highest version of yourself is, just because you don't know when it's going to end.
I got friends that work in like aged care, and that's the biggest regret from people in aged care is like, I didn't do enough. I didn't do more. Yeah. There's so much on the table still.
No one regrets the stuff that they did, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, as good or bad or ugly, you know, like it's either going to be a win or a story. So either which way, if you're on your deathbed, like, yeah, you only regret the shots you didn't take.